All right, people, what's going on? It is Wednesday, January 15th, 2025. It's 2 p.m. here in Germany. This is the Insanity Report for today. And I had something planned, but then something came up. I read something from somebody that posted it on Substack, so I did a little bit of research. And it turns out that at least the statement is true. So we're going to start with that. It looks like Ivanka Trump has been recognized by the WEF. This was in the past, this isn't recently. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. Was recognized by the WEF as one of their young global leaders, or as a young global leader. Now, I'm not sure when this was. And there's a couple things we have to keep in mind, right? The first thing is, we do know from people in the past that being recognized by the World Economic Forum doesn't mean that you're necessarily part of the club. It just means they recognized you as a potential young global leader and made that comment on their website. That doesn't mean you're a card-carrying member. However, I would like to know for sure, because if Ivanka Trump really is a part of the young global leadership of the World Economic Forum, that for me is a fucking problem, right? So I basically need to hear her side of the story of it. So I would recommend that anybody out there that has way, way bigger reach than me that maybe could ask Ivanka Trump about this and see what she has to say. Okay? So I think that's important. The WEF is not an organization that is anyway on the side of the people. It's not even a conspiracy theory. They put all their shit out on their website, and all of it is about restricting regular citizens' freedom, whether it's financially, monetarily, farming, climate, speech, fucking everything. They are all about one world government that basically social credit scores everybody in the world, and they want to regulate everybody's lives to the T. That's what they want to do. They don't make a secret out of it. If you don't believe me, go look at their fucking website. Okay, just read a couple of pages of the shit that they want to do, and you'll see exactly what I mean. So in my opinion, now, Ivanka Trump also probably is aware of this, right? It's just she has not ever been asked, I guess, about this, at least not that I've seen. So if anybody out there has any video of her speaking about this issue, please send it to me in a link, right? But I think it's important to figure out. Anybody in the Trump family being part, or anybody that's part of Trump's cabinet, or anybody within his circle being a willing member of the World Economic Forum in any way is not great, unless you're doing it Javier Milei style, when you go there as an invited guest and lay out the law for them and tell them socialism and communism and all this woke bullshit is not what we need. If you go out there, if you're an invited guest and you go out there and have the balls to fucking speak out against them openly on their stage, then cool. But I have not seen Ivanka Trump do that, and I would like to know exactly what this means, that she was recognized. Is that they recognize her and she has nothing to do with that? Great, then have them remove her name from the website, scrub it. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I'd like to know. I think everybody would like to know, so it's something to pay attention to. That is the first thing I wanted to talk about. So anybody out there that can get a hold of Ivanka Trump, please do it. Do it, and fucking put it out, let her explain what's up. It's important. So that would be bad news if it's true. Anyway, the second thing, I was watching yesterday's episode of Tim Pool, the Timcast IRL show. It's basically news. It's like the cool view. You know what I'm saying? So it's they got a couple different people there, and they discuss the news at the time, world topics. They discuss those things. One of the things that they did in the show yesterday is they had ChatGPT figure out how much money could be given to the victims of the LA fires if the United States wouldn't be giving all this money to Ukraine, right? Because we know that now that the government has given all these people $770. Well, that's fantastic. That sounds pretty shit. Same thing the people in Hawaii got. I think they even got $70 less in Hawaii. And basically, that's it then. You know what I mean? The rest they have to figure out on their own, insurance, all that shit. Now, I get it. The government can only do so much. I mean, even if they gave them $10,000 apiece, it would still not be enough to really get them back in the saddle, although it would greatly help the expenses that it would cost for a poor family to house their family in a hotel somewhere every day. $770 is going to cost you to cover the weekend, and then you're out on the fucking streets. So $10,000 would be great. But Tim Pool put in the numbers in ChatGPT. Now, I don't know the exact numbers, but basically anybody can do it. They don't even have to put it in ChatGPT. You can use a fucking calculator. You just figure out how much money has been given to Ukraine, right, since February of 2022, and you divide that by 175,000 people, which apparently, according to the reports, there's been 175,000 people displaced in California because of these wildfires. And ChatGPT spit out a number like each person or each of these 175,000 people could be given $386,000 a person if the money would not be going to Ukraine. So in that case, right, and I don't know, like, look, I'm going to put the caveat on this. I don't know if ChatGPT came up with the same number, the right number. I didn't do it myself. I didn't do the math myself. But you can, right? You can figure out how much money's been given to Ukraine. I think it's like almost $300 billion. And, yeah, something like that, right? $375 billion or something like that, $300 billion. And then there's 175,000 people displaced. You divide those up, and then you get the amount of money. And it's definitely well over $100,000 a person. So in this case, if you look at it like this, the U.S. government has absolutely no excuse and should be ashamed of themselves that the people in their own country that are suffering because of something, a natural disaster, like the people in Hawaii, like the people in LA, right? They could each get $100,000 plus, right, as aid for this disaster they could do nothing about, and that their own state government and city government really didn't do anything to mitigate because they're too worried about DEI and fucking black lesbians and the whole shit. They could have gotten more than $100,000 a person if the money wouldn't be going to Zelensky, and yet they get $770, and the people in Hawaii get $700 because the money needs to go to Ukraine instead. That is unacceptable. That's unacceptable in all ways. That's unacceptable. And it's crazy. Crazy. This shit needs to stop. Again, these people need to be put on trial for treason to their country. It is unreal the amount of mismanagement the federal government has done over the last decades. It's crazy. And now we see it. And now we all know about it because we have the internet, because news travels way faster. The politicians can't keep up with the truth. They can't lie their way out. You see Gavin Newsom on every interview. Donald Trump and misinformation and blah. Joe Biden, forget about the fires. Let's tackle misinformation because that's crazy. We have to combat the lies of Donald Trump. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's crazy shit. Karen Bass gets off the plane, immediately gets asked by a reporter. She didn't even answer, she just ignores the guy. I'm Karen Bass. I'm a Democrat, so I am untouchable. Shut the fuck up. Leave me the fuck alone. And then you've got that fat black lesbian fucking assistant fire chief or whatever the fuck on there fucking with her morbidly obese ass fucking telling people that, well, if your husband got himself into a fire and I've got to rescue him, that's his problem. He shouldn't have been there. Wrong place, wrong time. Fucking Jesus Christ. These people are unreal. You know what I mean? The contempt that most people in the world should be having for these people that consider themselves the elites and the fixers of all problems. These people all should be thrown out of office, put on trial, you know what I mean? And fucking taken to court and suffer some sort of fucking accountability or punishment. It is unbelievable. It's not right. Get rid of them. Now in America, we've done it. Okay, these people are on their way out. It's too bad 175,000 people had to lose their houses and their places of business in order to make it happen, but I think it's probably going to happen now. You know, even the woke have a limit, right? And if you figure out that Ukraine is getting all the money that you could definitely use because your house got burned down and you only get $770 for you and your whole family, that's a problem. And I think that pitchforks should be at the gates. Really. Don't you think? God damn. All right, guys, look, that was the Insanity Report for today. If you want to get all my stuff delivered directly to your inbox, all you have to do is subscribe to the Substack. If you're watching this somewhere else, then you're not getting all the videos and you're not getting any of my articles. And so if you want to get all my content, go ahead and go to Substack, subscribe for free, or do it for $5 a month. Either one is fine with me, although the $5 would be greatly appreciated. Go there, because that way you'll get all my content delivered directly to your mailbox as soon as it's published. And then you can filter through and see what you want to watch or read. So go for it. Subscribe to the Substack. We'll see you on tomorrow's Insanity Report, where it basically can't get any more insane, but I bet you it's going to be. All right, guys, have a good one.